Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are all very well. I want to start by congratulating every single person from the month of May. May was a very, very good month. And I do believe that, that quite a number of people were able to perform according to their goals. I know quite a number of goals were achieved, quite a number of targets were hit. So I want to start by congratulating you from last month's results. And this month of June is even going to be the best because we are going to be concluding, the first half of the year. So we would all want to conclude the first half of the year. And we would want to finish big so that we can start off big in the second half of the year. So tonight, we're going to be having a very special meeting. It's a great meeting whereby we are hosting the #1 distributor in the whole of East Africa in personal sales. And he's very fresh from Cape Town. I like the way he presents, the way he trains. He really brings out and points out the facts that are actually, he really speaks the truth of what we need to do so that we can be able to progress and have great results. So I want you to listen to him carefully and make sure that whatever he talks about, make sure that you put it into action so that you can be able to have the best month ever, and you can also be able to have the best month ever, the best year ever, so that we can be able to succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to hand over to Mr. Dennis TUMUSHABE to take us through what he has prepared for us. Dennis, you can take it on. Okay, just a minute. Okay, now you can unmute yourself.
Yes, just a sermon.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am very delighted to meet you today on this call. And my prayer is that you can get the message this evening. The only thing I pray to God that you understand me this evening, and from today, we say we are going to do it. So for those that have just joined us, my name is Dennis TUMUSHABE, and I'm calling in from Barara. Barara is the western part of Uganda. I am married to Rachel. I saw her on the call, and between us, God has blessed us with children. 2 of them are in school. The third one is going to school next year. And the main reason why I joined this business, I was not sick, I was not a farmer. I wanted money. And up to today is one of my biggest goals. Money. Money is my, I wanted to go to school. I am a firstborn in a family of 4. We lost our dad. And my biggest reason was to go to school, get money to take me to school. Long story short, a lot has changed in our lives. At home, it is new life that we live on. From the food, from everything is new life. New life has changed our lives completely. New life has changed our lives. I remember when I started, my first commission was 17,550. That's about $2-3. Today, my commission is very exciting. That if I mentioned it, you might not believe it. Because of this commission, we have been able to achieve a lot of things. On top of the money, the travel. Someone says that you have not started living if you don't travel. And I'm not talking about traveling, going to India for an operation, traveling for work. I'm talking about traveling for lifestyle. And my wife and I, New Life, has given us that opportunity. In fact, we are very fresh from Cape Town. I can't tell you what was in Cape Town. What I can tell you, that if you make a decision and you build this business, come 2026, Cairo is calling. And Cairo is calling for anyone that is serious with life. So today, my topic is very simple because I don't even have notes, by the way. I do not have any notes written. I am going to tell you what I'm doing. For very many months, I've been doing points above, like this month, the last month, this May, I did 8,552 points. My personal points alone give me 6 million shillings. I don't know whether that makes sense to you. I want you to go to the other life. Which profession is paying 6 million shillings? But my personal performance gives me 6 million minus that team. So if you're not ready to listen now very well, because what I'm going to tell you is not fiction. Not fiction. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing and what I'm about to do, because we are going to explore the waves of success are in our favor. The waves of growth are in Team Lion Kings. So I want you to pay attention and listen. In fact, if you're seated if you're in bed, you need to stand up and get these points while you're standing up. If you do not have a pen, you need to note this because it's very important. Like I said, what I'm sharing with you, I know. And it's what I'm going to do. You see, some of us, you're talking about, you're just there, the business is not moving. You're just saying, they're my people. I talked to this and this and this. They haven't made a decision. It's money. You see, the other thing I also understood. Someone says that excuses are nails of building a house of failure. You can start with that. That excuses are nails of building a house of failure. You cannot mix the two, making money and having excuses. So one other thing, in fact, if we are going to move, and if there is something that we should get rid of, are excuses. You're not going to grow when you have excuses. But let me tell you the most important part. It's not the people, it's not the government, it's not your negative relatives, it's not your partners. Success is not about, you know what? It's not about, my friend said this thing is a scam. My uncle said that this thing is going to crash. That this product, those things don't matter. All that kind of nonsense doesn't matter. Do you know what matters? For you to become successful, the person responsible for that decision is the person seated where you're seated. You matter. You are the first person to make this decision for this business to move. I want to tell you this evening. Do not look at your partner. Do not look at it's you. It's you. No one is going to make a decision to join you, to follow you, to listen to you, if you still have doubts, if you still feel pity for yourself, if you still have a lot of excuses. So as we get along, as we get into this moving path, you have to change. You have to make a decision. I don't know. And you're tired. Sometimes I sit and ask myself, how can a gentleman settle for a salary of 1.5 million shillings. You have legs, you have children, you have a family, and a man. This evening, I want to speak to men. And a man settled for a salary of 1.5 million shillings. How? How can a person set off to pay rent? You're even paying rent in a self-confused house, one-room, bedroom house. The other day, someone was saying, how? You're very comfortable at home, showering with washing soap. Instead of buying, you don't have, you're very comfortable in that landlord's house. You're very comfortable with the dates. You have dates on phone, you have dates everywhere, and you're saying, I don't see people. My aunt said this thing is not going to work. And this business is for you guys, the pioneers. Now, the other day, gentleman said that one hospital bill can take you to poverty. Have you thought about that? Have you thought about your age? I am croaking, I'm about to croak 40 years. I am very worried. The last house we were renting before we went to our house, we found a couple there. They have produced all their children in a rented house. And the guts of getting out, the energy of getting out is not there. Money is not there. And you are worried? Okay. If your boss fires you tomorrow, what's your next move? This morning, I read a quote that was saying that you're making people study for 12 years, for 20 years, and they're going to be replaced by AI. But don't think these things are in America. These things are coming here. Tomorrow, you don't have that job. The other business world is for people that have the money. Even farming, by the way. A poor person is not going to do farming. Way forward. Where do you see your next 5 years? The next 10 years? Where do you see your future? Trust me, a lot of families are going to have issues because of money. Trust me, money. The other gentleman, the other time I listened to, a guy was saying that every man has a voice, but the volume is the money. How long, as a housewife, as a lady, are you going to continue to tell your husband to do this and this and this? How long? The other day, for those that haven't married, the other day I was listening to a guy who was saying, if you're going to marry someone who's rich. You will sort a lot of problems. Marry someone who's rich. Your beauty and what's not going to work. Economy has changed. It's money. It's money. It's what value have you brought on table. Your husband is bringing 10 million, you bring 10 million, you bring 5 million shillings. That's the family today. But the nyash and your beauty is not going to work. Trust me. If you're a man and if you are serious with life, you and I are supposed to get mad. You and I are supposed to go out and look for money. How long are you going to? You're here, you have, and you're very comfortable working for 500,000. Sure. You're very comfortable to go to your landlord's house every single day. You see, look at Look at the weddings and parties you have at home. Because you're broke, you're not even respected. I want to tell you, even our parents today, you all seeing it at your home. Your brother, your sister who has money has more respect from your own parents. Now, if you're a partner and you're broke, he doesn't want to say it or she doesn't want to say it, but surely he looks at you and says, but God, how did you give me this problem? How did you give me this problem? Why? Because you're broke. How long are you going to eat what you don't want to eat? How long are you going to? Let me tell you, today the house you're in looks good. But if your income increased by 20 million shillings, you'd say, but wait a minute. How on earth? How did I start living here? If your income increased by 10 million shillings, the following time your children will go to another school. It is only poverty that is comforting you. I am okay. But if you get the money, a lot of things are going to change. Today, no relative is calling you because they know you're broke. Trust me. You have no many friends because they know you're broke. There is a way how people begin to come to your lives when they know that you have got the money. Today, you don't have people disturbing you because they know you're broke. We have got to make a decision. You and us have got to make a decision. The world is changing. In fact, every growing person today is working to make sure they make money, is working to make sure they increase their income. So if you're seated there, comfortable, you're just burying your head in the sand. Tomorrow that income is not there. I have seen people getting diseases because the income was cut off. I have seen people's marriages crumbling because one of them is broke. Are you tired? Are you tired being disrespected? Are you tired of you see, this goes to the marriage. Even when you're in bed and everyone, you and her has money, the game will even be good. A gentleman was telling us a story that he was imprisoned for 700,000. And the schools chased the children because he had, while he was in the prison, the kids were at school and had not paid school fees. So they chased them from school. And the wife got the children to the what? To the prisons. Fees. Tell me, if you have cancer, you will not die. Tell me if you see, that's money. Just as his wife has said, I think I have tested it. Because the wife has money, Justus has money. And when they are in the game is so sweet because no stress. Thank you, Justus, for giving us that testimony. Money is sweet. You cannot enjoy when you're broke. So my message today is, in fact, after this call, I want you to extend your sleeping time by 1 hour and say, what do I want for myself? If I continue doing what I'm doing right now, where do I see my next 10, 20 years? Am I going to be an old man asking for my children? Let me tell you one of the things I pray and I don't want. To call my daughters and sons that, you know what? I am sick, please take me to the hospital. I have gone through this, by the way, with my parents, which I thank God to have helped me get the finances to do it. But I don't want it. I want my daughters and sons to buy these brand new cars, bring them home, but they know daddy has 4 of them packed. How good is that? But you, even when you want to eat meat, you have to pull. Hello, my son, I have taken a lot of beans. Do you see that coming if you continue doing that? Do you see that coming? Today is your day to make that decision. Let me tell you, Neo Life has given us an opportunity. Me, I was in Cape Town. I saw guys get 700 million shillings. A feast. Look at this. A feast earns, a feast earns over 500 million shillings monthly. Now this man can come on this street and says, and one of we have, and comes to a guy with he comes to someone with a building on the street and says, you know what, I'm giving you 1.2 billion shillings. And he goes and says, I am not selling the building. And he comes another month and says, you know what, I'm giving you 2.5 billion shillings. I am not selling the building. He goes back and says, the following month he comes, I'm giving you 3.5 billion shillings. You know that you'll sell the building. You'll sell the building. But you're on this call, and even data is about to, you have put daily data. You don't have airtime. You even borrow airtime, and you're still comfortable. You are a daily data buyer, and you're comfortable. You say, I am okay. Are you okay? You are among the people that say Banange chicken is finished on the wedding. Chicken is finished, and you feel bad. You hear you're a parent. You're a parent that when you prepare meat, someone must serve the children. And you're saying you're okay. You prepare, the day you have prepared chicken, you must serve your children. Can you imagine? And you're saying it's okay. We have got to get tired of this kind of nonsense. Let me tell you one of the things I decided. I told you about social media. Up to them, still on it. The madness of social media has added me 3 million shillings on my commission. I told you my goal in the next 5 years. My goal in the next 5 years, and I'm telling you, my goal in the next 5 years, I'm going to be making over 20 million shillings on social media. Just watch me. Today, my commission is around, my commission every single month is around 9, 10, 11, but I'm tired. So for you, I don't know what, are you tired? Aren't you tired of what you're earning? Me, I'm tired. I need 20 million shillings. My wife and I have a goal. We want to build an apartment where we stay. There's a lot of, the university has actually pushed other courses to the other side. So we want to build an apartment that can give us more than 7 million shillings. It's our 5-year plan. And trust me, this is not leaving me healthy. I am tired. Can you imagine? You send a message to someone on social media and you make 10 million shillings. Surely, if you're in this call and your bank account is reading 0, God might not forgive you. If you're on our WhatsApp platforms, we share all this information in fact, if you want, the other thing that you should do, some of you are on this call, that even our WhatsApp platforms, you archived them, you never read the message. Let me tell you, I have been in business for a very long time. But every day, do you know that every day I talk to Justus? Every day. Not once, not twice, every day. But some of you here, even coming on this call, you've been reminded. And you expect to make 10, 20 million shillings. Dennis, I've forgotten. Some of you want to grow. In fact, the people that you are supposed to call your growing uplines every single day. There are people in this call that never even call. And you know, when I talk to just that's what we are talking about. We are talking about millions of money. We are talking about how we can better ourselves. But for you, the person that takes most of your time is actually broke like you. What are you talking about? Things that are not adding value. In fact, one of the things that you have to also do, distance yourself from people that don't add value to you. Distance yourself from events that don't add value to you. Distance yourself from everything. Some of you on this call, you're the chairman of Mwezi, you know, chairman for barring in the village. You're chairperson LC1. Your father's union something. We do not eat titles. Do titles pay bills? Some of you on this call, you must bury every person that has died, even those that you don't even know. And you're behind your bills. Some of you here, you attend every wedding, you see. Some of you here, you see, the one who has attended the wedding meeting, you have attended and finished all the meetings, but didn't contribute. And the one who didn't come and sent $1 million, the one who sent $1 million has more value than the one who has that. What do you have to offer? Ideas. Ideas are money. That I offer ideas in a wedding meeting. Ideas without money. The one who sent $1 million shillings has more value than you who thinks has ideas but hasn't. How can you have ideas and you don't have money? Which ideas are you giving people? We have got to get tired of this kind of life. We don't eat titles. By the way, the other thing is, majority of us are educated. You drop your degree. To be called an engineer, to be called a doctor, a professor, and you're broke, it doesn't make any sense. You're broke. There's something I'm starting in a few days from now. It is street. I want to face people on the street. In fact, I am going to print 2,000 cards that I want to give out. Ms. Dennis, I have an opportunity that is going to give you an additional income, an opportunity that is going to change your life. And I'm looking for people, I'm looking for what we call the team no excuse. I don't want people that need to be reminded for training, that need to be reminded to use the I don't want these people. I am looking for people that are self-driven, people that value their dream, people that want to move in life. Not these people, banange. Those are the people I want to look for. Even if I get 2 people the whole of this year, let me tell you, I want you come next year such a time. Come next year such a time. The madness I'm bringing is going to add more than 5 million shillings on my commission. So for you be there, me, how can people see me on the street that I'm talking to people, but you're behind your bills? You have a debt on phone, on MTN and Airtel, and where you buy your grocery stores, and you haven't even paid the rent. How can people see me? You're busy working for 1 million shillings, 2 million shillings. And the 2 million shillings come when you're already broke. Me, I am going on the street. You see, the other thing you have to do is to forget yourself. Forget what will people see? Abantu baza kundeba bata nyowe professor, nyowe doctor. You're broke. You're broke. Trust, I'm going on the street every day to talk to people. Because I've done it, I know it works. I have customers and distributors I've picked from the street. Now, if you're here and if you're here and data is even you're about to run out of data, street would be a very good avenue. Go to street, talk to someone, bring them to office, talk to them, they give you cash, get products from the shop. Let me tell you, God is not going to forgive the poor. In fact, personally, personally, I never have mercy for the poor. After looking at the opportunities that are available, after looking at what people talk when you tell them about this business, the excuses that even, no. Ladies and gentlemen, make the decision and we move. The way for success is here. If you don't want to work, wait to see us. And we are going to show you. This time round, we are going to show you. We are ready to show you our commissions. We are ready to show you what we have invested from this business. Make a decision today and we move. If you don't want, actually, if you see it is hard, quit now. Quit. Where we are going, we don't want people. We don't want to even remind you to come for training, to do business. If you see it's hard, go now. Go now. We are going to look for other people. The waiting time for babysitting, telling what, it's over. It's now serious business. In fact, personally, don't expect me to call you again. There are some people I've even told, I'm not calling you again for this and this and this. I'm not calling. How can this month the company is paying me 11.1 million shillings? Is it Justice's money or my money? And I'm forcing it to earn 11.5. Then I call you, come for training. This month, I'm not going to do this kind of nonsense again. I want people that are ready to move and will go and make money. So me, I'm not calling any distributor to come for training. Justice is coming. Money, you check your back office. I'm not doing this kind of thing again. I want people that want to make money. Can you imagine? May, the New Life is paying me 11.5 million shillings. Is it money for Justice? Even Justice can't even take me Dennis and Perez at home. And I'm here begging you, come and we make the money. Come, attend the training and learn. Justice, whoever buy.
Okay, wonderful. One thing I love about Dennis's trainings, he really tells us the facts. Thank you so much, Dennis, for really always opening up our minds and telling us exactly that this is a big spoon, not a spade, not a big spoon. So I really like that, and I think it's very important to always be told the facts. And like I said, if you take Dennis's sessions and Dennis's words seriously, there should be nothing that will stop you apart from becoming very successful. So let's go ahead and put everything that Dennis has talked about into practice. Let's be serious with this business, because with this business, if you treat it seriously, it pays you seriously. You treat it lightly, it pays you lightly. This weekend, Saturday, we are going to be at Berlin Hotel in Ishaka. We start off at exactly 10 with our guest presentation. And then after that, at 2 p.m., we'll be having a distributors training. And then on Sunday, we are going to be at Chosiga Hotel in Mbarara. We will be doing a training from 10:30 to 1, a distributor training. And then after that, 2 p.m., we are going to be doing a guest presentation. Let us invite massively. Then on the 15th of this month, which is going to be on a Sunday, We are going to be at Imperial Royal Hotel for the New Life Company Experience meeting. I myself, I never miss this kind of meetings. We don't miss trainings. We don't miss online meetings. We don't miss physical meetings. That is why we are where we are, because we know that if you learn, you will earn. So see you in these meetings. Invite massively. Our goal is to sponsor as many people as possible. Let us do a lot of massive sponsoring. In fact, there are even very big incentives that are coming up towards sponsoring. We'll be communicating them on the WhatsApp platform. Have a blessed evening.